Hi, I'm Erin. Thank you so much for joining me for a chair yoga class. Today we're going to be building some flexibility in the spine and the legs, and we'll also be adding in a little bit of strength building throughout our class. So we're going to start with a pranayama, or a breathing exercise called Nadi Shodhana. Nadi Shodhana is alternate nostril breathing. There's a couple of different ways you can practice this pranayama, and I'm just going to teach it to you the way that's most comfortable for me. So you're going to start with a tall spine, of course. You're going to take your middle finger and you're going to place it right in the middle of your forehead. You're going to be alternating, plugging one nostril at a time. So I prefer to do it with middle finger at my forehead and using my thumb and my ring finger. So it's going to look like this. You're going to have middle finger here. We're going to start by plugging the right nostril, and you don't need to plug it hard, you just cover it basically, so that you can inhale through the left nostril. So we're going to practice that. Plug the right nostril, inhale through the left nostril. And then you're going to plug the left nostril and exhale through the right nostril. And then we're going to start on the same side. So you're going to inhale through the right nostril. Plug the right nostril, exhale through the left nostril. So I'm just going to cue this for a couple of rounds. So inhale left, plug left, exhale right. And then we'll inhale right, plug right, exhale left. Once you're comfortable, close your eyes, inhale left, plug left, exhale right. Stay on the right side, inhale here. Exhale left. We're going to do 3 more rounds. I'm just going to cue left and right. Inhale left. Switch, exhale. Inhale, same side. Switch, exhale. Same side, inhale. Switch, exhale. Last round, both sides, inhale. Switch, exhale. Inhale. Switch, exhale. Release hands to the knees. We're going to do some cat-cows from this position. So we're going to take the hands to the knees. On the inhale, you're going to take a hold of the knees and expand the chest up and forward, lifting the chin, arching the back. And then as we exhale, we're going to draw the hands back by the hips, and we're going to round the spine. You can hold onto your chair, find a little rounding in the spine, and then take your hands back to your knees. Inhale, lift. Hands back to the chair, exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back to center. Nice, long, straight spine. We're going to take some side bends. We'll take side moon. So inhale, both arms up overhead. And take the right hand down to the right side. There's lots of things flying through the air today. And we're going to side bend to the right. So you're just going to reach that left arm up and over and reach that right hand to the floor, but keep both sitting bones grounded on the chair. So try not to roll off to the side. Only go as far as you can, keeping both sitting bones on the chair. And then lift back through center, both arms up overhead. And we're going to side bend to the left. Hold here. Reach the left fingertips down toward the floor. Keep both sitting bones grounded on the floor, so we're using a lot of core strength here. And then we're just going to flow. Inhale, up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, up. This time we're going to take a twist. So you're going to take your left hand to your right knee, and your right hand is going to come to the back of your chair. Just get a little grip here on the back of your chair, and you're going to twist. Keep the shoulders over the hips. Look out over the right shoulder. Keep the spine nice and lifted. Inhale, back to center, and exhale, switch sides. You're gonna take that right hand to the left knee. Left hand's gonna come out behind. Keep the shoulders stacked right over the hips and maybe start to look out over the left shoulder. And then we're gonna come back to center, both arms up overhead, and take the hands back down by the sides. We're gonna take a forward fold now. We're gonna take a standing straddle splits forward fold, so we're gonna get a bit of an inner thigh stretch. So scoot yourself forward on your chair just a little bit. You're gonna bring the feet wide, and your toes are just gonna come out at a slight angle, okay? So we're just opening up here through the inner thighs. We're gonna keep the spine nice and long. We're gonna start to hinge forward. So you can use your hands on your knees for support. You might feel a great stretch right here. The shoulders away from the ears. I found myself kind of hunching, so pull those shoulders down and away from the ears. Again, maybe this is a great place to stop, feeling a nice inner thigh stretch. Draw the belly button back toward the spine so we're engaging the core. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can come maybe down onto the elbows here for a little bit of support. Maybe we draw the hands down toward the ankles, coming down toward the shins, keeping a nice long spine, shoulders away from the ears. And then option here, if we're comfortable, we can come into a hang. So we'll just start to round down, release the back, and maybe take opposite hand to opposite elbow and just dangle here. So this is a nice release for your upper back and your neck. Nice relaxing position, really grounding down through the feet. But bonus, we're getting a big inner thigh stretch here. So you stop where it's comfortable for you, and maybe it was right here that's comfortable for you. Maybe here, 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 hands to the floor, opposite hand toward opposite elbow. Enjoy the stretch in the inner thighs. If we're holding opposite hand to opposite elbow, enjoy the release in the neck, just hanging here. One more breath. If we're all the way forward, take the hands back onto the legs and start to assist ourselves as we come all the way back up. Good, now draw the knees back towards center. And from here, we're gonna work a little bit of strength in the quadricep. So we're gonna take a hold of the chair. We're gonna start to extend that right leg forward. Okay, just as much as we can. You're gonna feel that quadricep working. Keep the spine nice and tall. I already feel my leg starting to tighten up and fire all the muscles here. Getting a little bit of strength and flexibility at the same time as we stretch the heel forward. So go ahead and release the foot to the floor and switch sides. So extend that left leg forward. Maybe it's just right here today. Maybe it's here, maybe it's here. Just working all of our muscles, sitting up nice and tall. Keeping that heel pressing forward, toes are nice and active, spine is nice and lifted. One more inhale, exhale. We're gonna take another forward fold. This time we're gonna take it with straight legs out in front. Okay, so we just straighten through the legs, find a nice tall spine, and just start walking the hands forward, forward, maybe coming all the way down. And again, we stop where we're comfortable, okay? If we are pressing the hands onto the legs, be mindful not to put too much pressure. We don't want any pressure on the knees. We don't want the hands on the kneecaps. Okay, so the hands are either up on the thighs or the shins or walking toward the ankles. It's just gonna depend on your degree of flexibility. One more breath. Walk yourself back up. Good. Bring your legs back in. We're gonna work a little bit of core strength now. You can have the hands on the chair right behind the hips for assistance. And this time we're gonna work toward getting both feet off the floor. Okay, so there's lots of different levels here. You can take both feet off the floor, hover here. You can start to lift the knees a little bit further up. If you feel balanced, you can extend the arms forward. It's all going to depend on your comfort level. So again, maybe we're here today, just lifting the feet off the floor. You'll feel your core immediately engage as soon as you lift the feet off the floor. Try to avoid rounding and hunching into your chair and lifting your feet. Okay, work the strength of the spine. Lots of levels. Hold here for another breath. And release. All right, so we're gonna turn toward the right on our chair. We're gonna bring our right leg, our right heel right behind our right toes, and we want our right knee right over our right ankle. We're gonna start working this left leg back behind us and working the foot toward the mat, okay? So we're basically coming into warrior two legs. Sit up nice and tall. Now we're gonna open up the shoulders and the arms. So you're gonna start to rotate your shoulders toward the front of your chair. And then option to extend the arms long, holding here. So really tighten up through this back leg. Lower the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe look out across the front fingertips. And let's take a reverse warrior. So this is a really nice stretch for our right side. I'm just gonna slide that left hand down the back leg. We're gonna start to lift that right arm up. Maybe look up toward the fingertips. If this feels too unbalanced, just look down at the floor. And return to warrior two, extend the arms long. And release. Draw your knees back towards center, and we're gonna switch sides. So we're gonna bring the left leg out in front of us, or to the side of our chair, I should say. Left toes right in front of left heel, left knee right over left ankle. We can just kind of slide ourselves back to the edge of the chair, and then we're gonna walk the right foot with the assistance of our hands on the chair back behind us. We're working that right leg toward a straight position, and pressing into the outer edge of the foot. And then we're gonna open the shoulders to the front of our chair. So just gonna rotate the shoulders open so we have nice open shoulders and open hips. And then we're gonna extend the arms long. So this is a supported warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2 pose. Start to look out over the front fingertips. Work those arms toward parallel to the floor. Breathe here. And then let's take a reverse warrior. Nice opening for our side, okay? So we're gonna take that right hand to the right leg. We're gonna start to reach that left arm up. Don't put a lot of pressure onto your back leg. This hand is just gently resting here. You can look down at the floor for balance, or if it's uncomfortable on the neck, keep your gaze down. Otherwise, you can look up at the fingertips. Enjoy this beautiful stretch in your left side. And let's come back to warrior two. So extend the arms long, parallel to the floor. Hold here for another breath. And release. Let's come back towards center. Bring the legs out in front of us. And let's take a stretch for the hips. So this is called seated pigeon pose. So we're gonna cross the left ankle over the right knee. So this is a little bit different than sitting cross-legged in a chair. If cross-legged is where we are today, that's great. If you feel a huge stretch here, that's great. What we're working toward is getting deeper into the hip and the glute. So we start to bring the left ankle right on top of the right knee. And then again, if this knee is really high up, we're starting to just work flexibility into the hip. This is great. Just stay nice and lifted through the spine. Otherwise, we can start to press that left knee down toward the floor. And you'll feel it. And important in yoga, you'll know when to stop. So you don't want to push it too hard, but you do want to feel a stretch. So challenge yourself just a little bit, just to that point where you're like, all right, I'm feeling a new stretch. You don't want to overdo it though. Hold here for another couple breaths. Gently pressing that knee down. And release, and let's switch sides. So again, maybe cross-legged is where we start. We feel the stretch in this hip. That's great. Just keep a nice tall spine. Or we start to work that right ankle on top of the left knee. So work that shin so it's parallel to the front. Okay, knees up here, fine. Just gently start to press it down. Stay lifted. Stay connected to the breath. And just bringing more flexibility into our hips, and we're also bringing strength into our spine by staying upright this entire time. Try not to hunch the shoulders up by the ears, but roll them down and away. One more breath. And release. All right, let's work a little strength and flexibility in the shoulders. So sitting nice and upright, we're going to extend the arms out long to either side. And we're going to rotate the palms so they face the sky. Hold here. Now face the palms to the earth and start to rotate the thumbs toward the earth. Rotation in the shoulders might feel like a little bit of work. Work those arms as straight as possible. Squeeze the triceps. All right, and then roll open and maybe continue to draw the pinky fingers up toward the ceiling. It might not even be noticeable, but find that action. And then switch again. Roll them open. Roll them down. Maybe get a little bit of a more rotation with each time. It's really good for your shoulder joints. Obviously building some strength in the shoulders and heat in the shoulders as well. Let's do one more of each. Roll it up. Roll it down. Okay, now we're going to take a stretch. So you're going to draw the left arm across the center of the body. Take the right hand to the elbow or the tricep and start to pull that left arm across and then pull the shoulder down, your left shoulder down away from your ear. Hold here for another breath. And switch it out. Left hand to right elbow or upper arm, or maybe forearm. Draw that right arm across and then draw the shoulder down away from the ear. Hold here for another breath. And release. And just do a little bit of a flow with the arms, or a short flow, I should say, with the arms. Just stay seated right here, nice tall spine. Now inhale the arms up overhead. Just come into a 5-pointed star position. So if we're on our feet, this position, the arms would be called 5-pointed star. Your palms face out, fingers are nice and spread. Bring your hands to your heart. And then sweep them back up, 5-pointed star. This time we're going to take goddess arms. So you're going to bring your arms to 90 degrees. Your palms are going to face in. Hold here. Inhale back to 5-pointed star. Exhale, come to moon god arms. So you're going to bring your elbows in. You're going to squeeze them in, palms face out. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Really active in the upper back. Really alive in the fingers. Inhale, 5-pointed star. And then exhale, sun god arms. So we're going to bring the arms back to parallel, palms face up. And let's flow that one more time. So inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, five-pointed star. Exhale, moon god. Inhale, five-pointed star. Exhale, sun god. Inhale, five-pointed star. Exhale, hands to heart, and release. All right, we're gonna close our practice with a standing balancing posture. So this is optional, of course. If you'd like to stay seated, you could take seated pigeon again. So seated pigeon is one ankle crossed over the knee, so great stretch for the hips. Maybe we start to forward fold in seated pigeon. If you'd like to try tree, I'm gonna give you two options with your chair. So you can hold on to your chair just for balance, and I'm just gonna show you real quick and then we'll walk through it. And you can take your legs into tree position. The other option is to take your foot onto the chair, so we'll have tree legs, but it's gonna be more supported. You're not relying on your body. This is a great stretch and opener for the inner thighs. Okay, so I'm gonna talk you through traditional tree with the support of the chair. So we're gonna stand on our right foot. We're holding the chair with our right hand. We're gonna draw the left foot either to our ankle, our calf, we're gonna avoid our knee, or our inner thigh. Okay, for our tree legs, we want the knee drawing open. So that's what we really want to be happening, opening and stretching in the hip and inner thigh. All right, so we wanna draw that knee open. It could be at any of these positions. Drawing the knee open. Okay, if you want to challenge, and you can keep your hand on your hip, you can draw your hand to your heart, you can reach your arm up overhead. And if you want to challenge your balance, you can take your hands to your heart. Okay, lots of options here. We'll take 3 more breaths. We're going to release, and we'll switch sides, just so you can switch sides on your chair. We're going to balance this time on the left foot, left hand is on the chair. And again, we have the option of taking the left foot onto the chair, opening through the inner thigh. So then the chair is supporting us, not our own body, okay? Other option is to draw the foot to the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh. We want to stay really tight in this standing leg. Okay, hand to heart, hand to hip, arm up, maybe gaze up. But if you are struggling with your balance, or you're still working on your balance, always the best advice is to find a place on the floor to gaze at. You want to look at something steady and keep your gaze steady, keep your breath steady, and that will keep your body steady. And take 3 more breaths. Last breath. Let's return to our chair. Take a seat. You were practicing seated pigeon, that's great. I hope you did both legs so you're nice and even on both sides. Let's take 3 breaths. So inhale, both arms up overhead. Exhale, release hands. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. This time draw hands to heart. Today, as you go forward, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, peace in your heart. Namaste.